Your Excellencies, esteemed hosts, Executive Director dear Madame Sharif, dear guests, at the outset I would like to send you cordial greetings from Serbia. I regret not being able to join you in Katowice in person, but I look forward to future meetings and cooperation in fulfilling the goals of the new urban agenda, as well as opening an office of the UN Habitat in Serbia. Dear friends, the famous Erich Maria Remarque, in his book The Night in Lisbon, wrote that the most beautiful city in the world is the one where you are happy. This is indeed true and well said, but the question is how to achieve that happiness and how to achieve happiness for all who live there. We are witnessing demographic changes, the displacement of the population from smaller urban areas to larger ones, which is happening faster than anticipated. All this poses new challenges in terms of our aspiration to organize cities according to the new urban agenda and sustainable development goals. It is clear that in such circumstances it is very difficult to develop a country evenly and ensure proper support to cities. If we add the global migration processes of the equation, we will get a picture that calls for an increasingly dynamic and complex systemic action. We need to be strengthening our agenda on a virtually daily basis and to include its application across all legislative fields regulating living conditions among the top priorities of social, state, but also personal action. Therefore, it is necessary to involve all actors of the society in the realization of the agenda, no matter how minuscule their influence may seem. Allow me to take this opportunity today to refer to what are, in my opinion, some of the key segments of sustainable development, those that establish a link between the past and the future, while reminding us that we need to take action in the present. Firstly, I would like to share with you one entirely personal story. Namely, my son turned 5 a few days ago. I still vividly remember the worrying and all the dilemmas, especially during the first year as my child was growing up. I believe that all mothers are well aware of the level of fear one experiences, of the countless questions, doubts, insecurities. A multitude of small concerns has at one point condensed into a desire, an idea of a single institution that will address the early development of children, that crucial foundation of health, success and well-being, in a comprehensive and thorough manner. The idea, much like many others that appear for a moment and end up being abandoned, could have evaporated in the mist of oblivion if had not encountered such a great understanding and enthusiasm, primarily from experts. I began to advocate this idea strongly in all the contacts I made, both in the country and in the world. What was once an idea is now growing into a center for the exchange of knowledge and experiences, good practices and advice for every child, every family, anywhere in Serbia and beyond, the Center for Early Childhood Development and Inclusion. But what it is that I really want to say, I want to encourage all listening to this to take individual action, because no institution and agenda will be enough, no matter how strong and important were the factors that endorsed it, if there is no creative power of individuals who will adopt the agenda as their own and set its goals and priorities high in their own value system in order for it to materialize in the form of our care for our environment. This pertains to all segments of the agenda, and I especially wish to emphasize the segment of culture, and within that framework, the preservation of cultural heritage. Our tradition, our history are part of our identity, and much like we celebrated the discovery of common features of the entire humanity in the previous century, the 21st century will be marked by discovering unity but in diversity. We should proudly show the beauty of our face, of our identity to the world, fitting it into the mosaic of the global cultural heritage so that it becomes perhaps even the most beautiful pearl on the necklace of the peoples who make up our civilization. Last, but surely not the least, and keeping in mind that we are currently witnessing the development of the fourth industrial revolution, Serbia has made an effort to contribute to this great digital transformation of society by highly sophisticated IT solutions and building a state-of-the-art government data center in the town of Kragujevac, becoming thus the leader in this field. This is only a part of what Serbia, as a candidate country for EU membership, has to present in terms of fulfilling the global goals by 2030. But above all, as a country that respects its history and tradition, looking to the future with enthusiasm and joy, because it is already creating it right now. Thank you so much for your attention, and I'm sending cordial greetings from Belgrade.